A tough, hard-nosed win. Really struggled shooting the basketball against a very well-coached Lipscomb team. They came in, they had played 3 outstanding opponents, had played Vanderbilt to a pretty close game and had lost at Texas Tech. Again, a fairly close game, so we knew they were going to be well-disciplined and well-coached. We really struggled putting the ball in the basket, but a great thing about our effort tonight, we did a phenomenal job on the offensive boards. We had a plus 40% offensive rebounding percentage, which was a key to the game, and we took care of the basketball. We only turned it over 7 times, which is by far our season low. Which allowed us to get 15 more shots than them from the field, and we were able to get 34 free throw attempts when they had been forcing their opponents. Their opponents had only averaged about 12 free throw attempts per game, so 12 or 13. So, we felt good about that effort.
So statistically, you overcame a team that shot better than you all.
Yeah.
So could you talk a little bit more about the attributes to how you overcame?
Yeah, we struggled defensively tonight. They're well coached. They run a straight motion offense, I tell you, they moved well. A lot of flare screens, back screens. They really did a nice job pulling our post out and moving. I was impressed with how they ran that, because that's difficult for players to grasp the concept. And Coach Brown does a great job. He was an assistant for Joy Williams at Central Florida for a few years, and now he's the new head coach at Lipscomb and going to do a nice job there. And the difference in the game was our offensive rebounding and our ability to get to the free throw line, and the fact that there was a plus 13 differential in turnovers. We only turned the ball over 7 times. They turned it over 20. We had 10 steals, which led to some transition points.
And especially in the first half, you saw a little bit of Burgess and Sis, stepping outside the perimeter, maybe going outside their comfort zone, because they're mostly like aggressive shooters in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely saw a little bit more versatility in them, and offensively and defensively. Could you comment on their performance?
Well, the one thing, the way Lipscomb plays defense, they pack the lane.
Mm-hmm.
They generally pressure the ball and pack the lane, and with Sisk and Burgess with their quickness, they just backed up off of them and allowed them to shoot the ball. They're capable shooters. Sisk was 2 of 3 from the three-point line last game. This game, I felt like, especially early in the game, she was kind of rushing the shot a little bit, taking it a little quick from the perimeter, and really just rushing it from the mechanics of shooting the shot. And Burgess kind of did the same thing. And once we got in the second half and we started attacking the rim more, I mean, we were in the bonus with 14 and a half, 15 minutes to go in the game. So the first 5 minutes of the second half, we really attacked. We took it to them, and we were able to get to the bonus early, and that was one of the differences in the game.
And Robinson was a little slow in the first half, but in the second half, she did light it up in the first minute with those back-to-back three-pointers. So what would you say would contribute to such a momentum so early?
She's, to be honest with you, she's a shooter, and what shooters should do is keep shooting. Mm-hmm. She ends up the game 3 of 9 from the three-point line. 33% is pretty pedestrian. That's average.
Yeah.
But got 8 free throw attempts, 6 of 8 early in the second half, we talked a lot about just shooting the ball with confidence. And if you're a shooter, that's what you do. And the second that you stop doing that, then you're not going to be effective. I felt like as a team we changed a lot of shots. One of the things we talked about at halftime, we were attacking the rim pretty well, and we were getting inside of the teeth of their defense, and we just changed shots, for whatever reason. We moved the ball around, like Brittany Griner's down there, and we're worried about getting it swatted, and that just shouldn't have happened. If we were aggressive in the first half, going to the rim and finishing, we probably would have got to the line more in the first half.
And do you see any more of this momentum carrying over to Ball State on Thursday?
Well, it's 3 wins in a row. Ball State is coached by Brady, who used to be the head coach at Eastern Illinois, and he does a great job. We know what a great job he does. He's going to have his team well prepared when they come here. I haven't looked a lot at Ball State, but Brady and I have been friends for a long time, and I know they're going to play hard-nosed, tough defense. Offensively, they're going to be effective. He's going to put them in the best position to be effective. So we've certainly got our work cut out for us. A very good team from the MAC. Which is a high-level conference in women's basketball. But we're sitting here as bad as we shot the ball. There were some bright spots, some places where we took steps back. But at the end of the day, it's a win. So certainly we feel like we can build off of it. and we'll try to go for 4 in a row on Thursday night.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about Kyra Watson? She had 10 points and 9 rebounds, and her 9 rebounds, 8 of them came on the offensive side. Can you talk about how she's kind of come along this season?
Well, I tell you, Kyra's doing a good job. I wish we could get her the ball a little more. She's real effective in a couple of areas. A lot of her rebounds, she's not shooting as high a percentage as she shot last year to this point, and that's going to come. She's going to finish shots, and a lot of those 8 offensive rebounds were following her own misses. The one good thing about her, I mean, she was tenacious, and she's been that way the last couple of ball games in chasing her own shot after she misses. So, I'm proud of the effort she gave. I wish we'd get the ball to her a little more. She came up with a big play defensively late in the game as well, got a steal. So, I think she's got a chance to grow. I think we have a chance to develop a pretty decent post-core group, with Kyra as one of the anchors for that.
And last question, you guys shot 55.6% in the first half from the line, and came out in the second half. Of course, you had more attempts and shot 76%.
Right.
Just talk about anything that changed from the second half.
I think in the first half, we've really felt there was a negative vibe as a team because we weren't shooting the ball well. I think Lipscomb dictated some of that. Lipscomb dictated the game in the first half, and I felt like in the second half, things changed more towards our style and the way we want to play. And I think that was part of it. Just a lack of focus, frustration. I think when teams play like that, it's easy to get frustrated. You should feel like it's a field day when teams are packing it in because you're going to get good looks. But I think we got a little hesitant offensively, and I think that carried over to the free throw line. Then the second half, we talked a lot at halftime about attacking, and then once we got into the bonus, that's what we talked about every time out. We've got to attack, got to attack, got to attack. Don't change your shots. Let's get to the free throw line. We did a much better job and then stepped up with confidence to shoot it.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.